Suns get the win last night, Wolf. They did exactly what Bradley Beal said they had to do. They won the last 2 games before the All-Star break. By the way, did you see Mikal Bridges last night after the Nets lost by 50?
No.
He wasn't super pleased.
Yeah. I'm sure.
And he shouldn't be. They lost by 50. But the Suns, they get it done against Sacramento and Detroit. So even though Bradley Beal couldn't play in basically either of the 2 games, he got to play 5 minutes in the first one. And then even though Devin Booker couldn't play last night after 5 minutes because he got tossed, they still end up going into the break with those 2 wins. And they're on a pretty nice run now. Since that Christmas loss to the Dallas Mavericks, they are 19-7.
19-7.
That's not bad.
That's right. 19-7 right now. They got it rolling, and honestly, maybe the All-Star break is coming at the worst time.
It's good. It's coming at a good time for Bradley Beal. That in that sense, like this is
True.
your best chance to kind of get him back in line. Now, like I said, we're gonna have Kellen Olson on later on the show, but I'm just gonna read you this quote because Kellen was the pool reporter last night, and one of the last questions that was asked with the crew chief was, did the pregame events impact at all that Devin Booker getting tossed? And the crew chief said flat out, no, all the decisions made were based on what was going on and the merits of the game. So to me, that's
what the crew chief is going to say.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I feel like that was their out. It would have been a lot more understandable to me to be like, hey, look, somebody just got arrested. One of the players just got arrested before the game. We're going to be a little tense out here and make sure nobody gets too far out of line. But that would have made a lot more sense to me than he kept complaining, so we threw him out 5 minutes in. How much can you really complain in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. To answer your question right there, I'm trying to think of if that ever happened in my 10 years in the NFL, if it ever happened where there was a brawl before a game. There was not a brawl before the game. There was not. But I can tell you right now, on the field, of course, there are fights that happen. And back then, there were bench clearing brawls that would happen in an NFL game. And I actually was involved in one of those bench clearing brawls. But I'm trying to think, there was maybe in warm-ups too before a game, maybe in warm-ups, but never in plain street clothes. Never walking into a game did I ever see or even hear of anyone getting into a fight.
Yeah, man, I'm really trying to think. I mean,
to have a guy actually involved in that altercation in a fight that gets arrested,
especially before the game.
Before the game.
Like I'm trying. There's been a couple in hockey, like after the game, guys are in street clothes, but it's not. It's different going into the game. And then Drew Eubanks played in the game.
And I was told Isaiah Stewart was not going to play anyways. Correct? Yes,
I believe so. Yeah. Okay. So let's just skip ahead to that. Then here's Drew Eubanks before the game. He was asked what exactly happened.
Just walking in, words were said, and got sucker punched, and security stepped in, and that was it.
Did you ever have anything with him?
Just basketball stuff that goes on the court.
But nothing personal that would make you think that he would do that?
Nah, I mean, no. You can see what he does, like how he acts on the court, so it's not surprising.
So you were in street clothes?
Yeah.
Coming to do your job, and all of a sudden, homeboy just comes out of nowhere from behind.
No, basically we were walking in, words were said, and then got face to face, and then he just sucker punched me. Then security got in the way.
Okay. Are you concerned about tonight, considering?
No, I won't play.
You are good though, no damage or anything.
No straight, no. It's a soft punch.
Soft punch. a lot of stuff around the Suns lately where it's just here's a little shot right as we're leaving.
Can I just say this kind of makes me think that Drew Eubanks has been in a couple of knuckle busters, if you know what I mean. Wow. It's just
next time we have him on the show, we can ask him.
Yeah, exactly.
He seemed pretty mellow when we had him on at media day.
Hey, Drew, when you were growing up, I don't know, in 5th grade, did you have any problems in the boys' bathroom? Just jacking somebody.
Well, that one apparently was put in the soft punch category by Drew Eubanks. Now here's Frank Vogel after the game when he found out about all this.
Yeah, when I got here, I got here shortly around when it happened, and there's no place for anything like that in our game. There's just no place for it. But we released a statement as a team. I don't have anything really more to add to that.
It's got to be a real strange way to come in as a coach, right? Okay, I'm here. I'm at work. Hey,
Yeah.
Frank, what's going on? Hey, random person. That's great to see you. Hey, one of your players just got sucker punched and the other guy got arrested. Have a good game.
That is so bizarre right there. It really is. The bad blood that is there. And did it impact the Phoenix Suns at all? I think Book was on point. There's no doubt about it. I think probably some other Suns as well. Yet at the same time, I didn't think Devin Booker deserved to be ejected from that game. But when you get teed up twice, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, the whole thing was weird because you also have Monty Williams coming back to Phoenix as the backdrop to all this, right? And so the Suns put out their statement, as Frank Vogel, he just alluded to right there, and then Monty Williams said it's, quote, irresponsible, unquote, for the Suns to use the word unprovoked in their statement. He said, I think until you find out everything, you can't make those statements. I'm assuming somebody knows a lot more than they're letting on right now. I'm assuming there's video footage of what happened somewhere, and I'm sure they're still looking into it, whatever. But when you throw in the fact that this isn't just a random team coming to town, this is the guy who was your coach for the last, 4 or 5 years, and he was an integral part of you turning your franchise around. And before the game even starts, he has to talk about one of his players sucker punching one of your players.
Man, I would love to just talk to Drew Eubanks. Just not on air. Just kind of like sit down and go, dude, what happened?
Well, do you still have Kevin Durant's phone? You could probably call him from there.
What happened? I mean, honestly, what was going on right there? And there's got to be more to it. And how far did it go? Did you take a punch at him after he sucker punched you? Or, what happened? How quickly was security? Maybe security. They were eyewitnesses to what
must
happened.
have jumped.
Maybe it wasn't just a camera. Maybe you had eyewitnesses that saw it.
I can't imagine getting sucker punched and then just standing there and being like, like you're going to fight back. Unless security jumped in and broke it up instantly.
Exactly. That's what I want to know. How quickly did they break it up?
Here's Frank Vogel on Devin Booker getting ejected so early in the game.
Yeah, they just said they asked him to stop whatever his complaint was, and he didn't stop, so they teed him up. And then he said something else to the other official, and he ran him out. It's just freaking ridiculous. Total BS. To take a star player out of the game. I've see worse than what he did on a nightly basis. I've seen it before. I see it every night. So unprecedented. Those are good officials that were on the game tonight, but that was certainly uncalled for and BS.
Yeah, look, it's what he just said there towards the end of you see this every night, and it just kind of goes uncalled. That I think is what's tough for Suns fans. I'm sure Booker was complaining. This is not the first time he's ever complained, but I don't know, 95% of NBA players complain. The only ones that really don't are Mikal Bridges.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Well,
right?
Aren't there magic words that are said? Aren't there magic words that exist where if you say those words, you're gonna be run?
Yeah.
Aren't there magic words? Is it possible that I'm just saying, the smoldering Devin Booker actually may have used the magic words? I have no idea, but I do know even in the game of football, if you dropped F-bombs, Basinonians, at all towards an official, you're getting it. It doesn't matter you're going to get the flag, and it's going to be thrown on you. Period.
But that's one thing. I mean, yeah, I'm fine if you tee him up, but you throw him out of the game 5 minutes in.
If you keep doing it, guess what? You're going to be run.
Trying to summarize a pool report quickly going to break is dangerous, but I'm going to do it. They asked the crew chief. The first technical was apparently about continuance to complain. So he complained. They asked him to stop. He apparently continued to complain. That was the first technical. They asked if the second technical was continuance again, and they said no. The second technical foul was for disparaging remarks he made towards a game official, and then he was ejected for the second one.
There you go.
Doesn't say it's
the
language.
Disparaging. Well, disparaging remarks. Yeah, I'm sure he said the magic word.
I just feel like usually you roll that all together into one technical. You're like, hey, okay, no, I don't know. It was quick.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.